Hi, my name is Holly Wiesner Olivieri. My crew and I are dedicated to highlighting businesses, people, and homes within the North Shore community. Welcome to North Shore Buzz. Often home sellers ask me what role an attorney provides for them in the home selling process. Your attorney should be experienced in real estate and guide you and advise you during your home selling process. Today I'm meeting with Staten Island real estate attorney Christopher Aragali.
Hey,
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for meeting with us.
Me.
Could you provide some solid information for someone who's looking to sell their home and what to expect?
So what does a seller's attorney do for their client? The first step is usually the seller's attorney will prepare the contract of sale. Included in the contract will be, first off, any items such as appliances which are included in the sale. In addition to that, the condition of the property, if there's any repairs that were negotiated as part of the deal, that will be in the contract.
And that's after the inspection?
That's usually after the inspection,
Okay.
because the buyer will do an inspection prior to signing a contract to make sure, number one, that the house is structurally sound, and number
Right.
two, to find out if there is any negotiation needed for any possible repairs or credits. One final piece of advice that I give to a seller is to speak to an attorney prior to even getting an offer on your house. Most sellers don't realize that they have closing costs too. It's not just buyers that have closing costs. In New York, for example, sellers have to pay transfer tax to both the city and the state. And depending on the purchase price, it can vary, and there's different thresholds. So you may want to speak to an attorney prior to even getting an offer, just to know, number one, what your costs are going to be, and number two, to help you as far as the negotiation process, just in case you're near one of those threshold levels where the percentage will change. The title search would be the next step. Once contracts are fully signed, the buyers will run a title search against the property for their own protection. They want to make sure that the property that they're purchasing is free and clear of any liens, judgments, and violations. So as the seller's attorney, once I get a copy of the title report, I will then work with the seller to help clear up any issues that may come up in the actual search.
Okay, and then as far as what the seller is going to leave behind in the home, personal property, and setting up the closing date, these are
all items that are negotiated in the contract, and as far as the items that are agreed to stay, that will be in the contract, in addition to the closing date, like you mentioned. And in New York, it's an approximation. A lot of times I'll have clients that will call me asking me, when are we going to close, when are we going to close? For a seller, you're in a difficult spot because you're waiting for the buyers to get their financing. If they don't have money, they can't close. So in the end, we're always waiting on the bank.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for your tips for someone who's looking to sell their home. And thank you very much, Christopher.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for listening to North Shore Buzz. And I highly recommend seeking out an experienced real estate attorney when you decide it's time to sell your home. Thank you and have an extraordinary day.